So you have an ongoing narrative. You could think of it as one, or you could think of it as several, because the narrative has like subplots. But you have an ongoing narrative. And that narrative determines how your current events and experiences are interpreted and added into that accumulation that you think of as you. Well, it's not really you, but we certainly do have the habit of thinking of it as us. The music in a movie pretty much determines the narrative. It selects it. The way you can test that is in one browser tab, open up a movie that's, say, a horror film. Then in another tab, open up a comedy. Turn the sound on the comedy down so you'll be able to watch the comedy, but you'll have the sound track from the horror film running as the audio. All of a sudden, the events of that comedy are so very, very different. I did this by luck one day. The scene in the comedy involved the two main characters walking down a road, but they had the spooky 1930s horror film music running. It's very weird. Then they switched it to the comedy soundtrack, and suddenly it was different. It was back to being fun and light and full of levity. But the same theme or the same scene with the theme music from the horror film, it was dark and brooding and suspenseful. Your narrative has the same effect. It's easier to see it in others, where something happens and then you notice how it gets incorporated into their story, and you go, oh, of course, they would see it like that. LP, luck power, the whole concept of luck power, the whole involvement with luck power, it will change your narrative. Then all of a sudden you have a narrative that speaks to the possibilities, the apparent reality that there's agencies that will give you a break, help you, watch your back from time to time, helping out. It's a very good narrative shift. And it's closer to the real truth than your hard-boiled modernist view. I mean, where did that come from? This stranded alone in a universe empty of intelligence, design, or connection. There's vast areas of time and geography where you will not find that. It simply doesn't exist. It'd be impossible to even explain that to certain tribes. They wouldn't get what you were saying, because even if you were using their words, it would make so much nonsense that they wouldn't hear it.